El Torcal is a beautiful place, as you say. It has some of the most fascinating and spectacular karst landscape in the whole of Europe. Now, karst landscape is an interesting type of landscape. Karst topography is a geological formation of soluble bedrock, such as limestone or dolomite, that has been shaped in this way over dissolution, the process of dissolution over the years. Now, the interesting thing about El Torcal is that it's a very ancient place. It used to be a seabed, and during the tertiary era, this was elevated over 1,300 meters, and now we have the El Torcal mountain range. And we know that it used to be a seabed because we have found some very interesting fossils, such as this ammonite, which exist in the area, which indicate an area of marine life. But you wouldn't think it if you visited it for the first time. I mean, it's a mountain range, and you think, how could that have ever been a seabed? But it was. And apart from that, it is a spectacular place. Today, it is not only extinct animals that we are interested in El Torcal, but it's also wildlife that exists there, and it has a huge biodiversity. The park was designated a site of national interest in 1929, and since then it's regarded as one of the most important national parks of southern Spain. So without further ado, let's look at some of this wildlife.
Let's look. Well, first of all, there's the very important mountain goat that you can see. Although quite often you don't get the chance to see them. You're lucky if you do. Perhaps we ought to mention about those as well.
Yes, that is also known as the Spanish ibex, or Cabra montes.
Yes.
Another beautiful
mountain
creature.
Goat.
Yes, when I was there, I saw a herd of them. And the males were putting on their display.
I love that.
Headbutting each other.
And it echoes, doesn't it, right the way through El Torcal?
Yes, it does. And we did get that on camera. So hopefully in the future we'll have that footage for you on camera.
That would be wonderful to see, definitely.
That's right.
Now, they've been there a long, long time, haven't they?
Yes, they have. There's all sorts of other mammals as well. I mean, there's deer and there is boar. And of course a huge biodiversity of birds, including large raptors and birds of prey, and that's very interesting for El Torcal. And you can see these huge vultures and raptors circling the skies on the thermals, which is a very beautiful place for bird watchers.
Yeah, well, thinking of birds, for instance, there's the beautiful bee-eater that you can see as well, can't you?
That's right, and we do actually have a picture of that somewhere. But before we get onto that, let's look at one or two of these bits of wildlife. I mean, here we have the jeweled lizard. Now, the jeweled lizard is the largest lizard found here in Andalusia, and this is a species that is also endemic to El Torcal. And these lizards can grow over 50 centimeters, so over half a meter in length, and they are beautiful species. This is being a juvenile because it has these markings on the back, these yellow spots with dark margins indicate that it is a juvenile. The adults are uniform green with the blue-purple jewel markings running along the flanks.
Oh, beautiful. And this particular one I named Humphrey, didn't I?
That's right. He was christened Humphrey on this program. Humphrey, I should mention, was a specimen that I rescued. He came to me when he was about that big. He was tiny, and he didn't have a tail at all.
Oh.
And he was very badly damaged. A cat had got to him, and he was bleeding, etc., and dying, basically. So we tube fed him until he was healthy enough, and then over the course of time, he has grown back his tail, and now he's a very healthy specimen.
Certainly looks
He cannot be released back into the wild now because he is maintained in captivity. He wouldn't be able to survive in the wild.